Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. How's it going? Great to have you guys with us today. Sorry, I'm a couple of minutes late. Bit crazy today, but I didn't actually think I was going to make this game to be honest. But here we are for a very what hopefully will be a very exciting Edinburgh derby. Um, for you guys that are not familiar with this fixture. I've watched parts of it a few times. It's very passionate fixture with the fans, um, both uh, both Hearts and Hibs fans, very passionate fans. And like I say, this is a cup game as well, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes because it's not like a traditional league game, and obviously two rival clubs that are very passionate. Like I say. We got an opportunity. Sorry, guys, just getting my bearings. Like I said, been a bit of a crazy day. Didn't think I was going to make this one. Sorry, yeah. So just an opportunity there for Hibs, getting forward, long ball forward down the field, and breaking into the box. But the Hearts defender just managing to get in front of him and knock the ball out behind for a corner. So we got a corner here to Hibs. Corner taken deep. The keeper managing to get it. Oh, questionable whether there was a foul on the keeper there, but it's been knocked behind, and that will be a goal kick to Hearts. So, yeah, guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. Be great to hear from you. Like I said, been wanting to do this fixture for a while, to be honest. Like I say, yes, we are Football Fandom UK, and like I say, we want to give consideration to clubs right across the UK because we are not a club channel. We are very much a fan channel. We want all fans of UK clubs to feel part of what we're trying to do here. But I keep missing this fixture when it comes round, and I know that in Edinburgh, the Hearts and Hibs fans take this fixture very, very seriously, and it gets the emotions going, as I'm sure English fans that are joining us would know in comparison to derbies in the UK. This is right up there, guys. This is right up there. You might not hear about it much in England, but believe you me, this is in Scotland. This is a massive, massive fixture. So, guys, let's see who's with us and who's talking in the chat. Not much to say at the moment, guys. We are 5 minutes into the game. Like I said, I was a couple of minutes late just through personal stuff. But yeah, it's just a bit of a midfield scrap at the minute. Now we've got a ball out to that far side to Hibs player, and it's gone behind for a corner. I wish you could hear the atmosphere in this one, guys. Honest, it's pretty cracking atmosphere in the chat. In the stadium. Mini apologies. Mini Mo, Mon the Hibs. Welcome to the channel, mate. Great to have you with us. Sorry, just to break off for a second. It's quite lively, this already. Hibs on the edge of the box, cross into the box. Oh, and it hits the post. Oh. And now it's gone out on this near side for a corner. But, yeah, sorry, guys. It started off quite lively, this one. Mini Mo, welcome to the channel. Great to have you with us, mate. Hopefully you like what the Fandom project is about. And I'm presuming from your comment you are a Hibs fan, mate. Have you got a score prediction? Please do drop your score prediction in if you've got one. Obviously, I would love to hear your score prediction from you lads, you guys that are Scottish. But because this is a cup game, as we've done in the English Cup as well, the FA Cup in England, you guys can give two score predictions, one with your heart, one with your head. So I'd love to hear some score predictions from you guys before we get too deep into this one. Please drop them in. Thanks for that, Mini Mo. Great to have you with us, mate. Stevie Allen, hello, Gaz. How's it going, Stevie? Great to have you with us, mate, and always appreciate all the hard work you do behind the scenes. Thanks for that, mate. Stevie's saying, yeah, should be a good match. Yeah, absolutely. This will be a cracker. It's already started off lively. Opportunity there for Hearts, but it's gone. It's a bit of a wild shot, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. Shanklin taking that one, but he didn't really lift his head up to look where the goal was as he took the shot. So yeah, but thanks for that, Stevie. Joey saying, afternoon, guys. How's it going, Joey? Welcome to the show, mate. Great to have you with us. Always a pleasure to see you, mate. Headed forward from Hearts, and it's been knocked back. It's the bit, sorry, guys. Not much to say at the minute. Bit of head tennis, but now the ball's down on the ground. Oh. Hibernian claiming a foul there. They just got the ball down just on the edge of the box, and a bit of a clumsy tackle resulted in the Hibs player being on the deck. But now Hearts tried to break on that occasion, but Hibs have managed to get the ball back, and now they attack down that far side, get across into the box, but it's turning into a bit of a head, like I said, a lot of head tennis at the minute. Balls up in the air, switching between between both teams, and some interesting challenges going in as well, guys. So yeah, let's just see if I can bring you the team news. Just bear with me a second, guys. I will just see if I can get the team news. Keep your comments coming, guys. I will come back to the comments in a second. There we go. We should. You guys should be able to see the team news. If it sorts itself out, there we go. That better. There we go. There you go, guys. You can see the team news. So we got a free kick for Hearts on the far side of the pitch. Midway inside Hibs' half of the pitch. Shot comes in. Oh, and it's a goal. Shinelli with the basically the ball came into the box. It was knocked back out, and Shinelli just basically blasted it right into the back of the net, right across goal. Beautiful goal that. So it's Hearts that take the early lead in the Edinburgh derby. And it was a beautiful goal that, to be fair, guys. Like I said, the free kick was on the far side of the pitch, midway inside the Hibs half. The ball came in, it bounced and bobbled about a bit. A few players headed it on, and then it just fell to the Hearts player, and he's just slammed it right in the back of the net. Beautiful goal that. And like I say, Hearts with the early lead. 10 minutes, just 10 and a half minutes in, guys. So, yeah, sorry, Joey. Thanks for that, mate. Great to have you with us. I'm sure, obviously, you being a Liverpool fan, this is a bit of a different fixture for you, mate. But hopefully you enjoy it. And this thing has gone off again. Sorry, guys. It can be a bit temperamental, this, when I first upload it. Come on. There we go. Come on. Keep comments coming, guys. I will work through the comments as we go through the show. There we go. Because that should come up. Is it coming up? There we go. Sorry about that, guys. So we just had a bit of a stoppage for a Hibs player on the deck there, but looks like he's okay. Dylan, welcome to the show. PFC_DY4. Good afternoon, guys. Happy Sunday. I like that. I hope you are doing well this afternoon. I'm saying there will be plenty of goals. Hibernian 2, Hearts 3. Well, that's a cracking score prediction, that, mate. And you could be right with the way it started off. It's started off quite frantic, and that should be like I said, we've got a stoppage at the minute for stewards coming onto the pitch, removing flares, which I'm sure Scottish fans are very much aware of that happening. Don't happen so much in English football these days because it's a lot more well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the Scottish fans can tell me. Is the heavily? I know that some of the fixtures you would expect this being an Edinburgh derby would be heavily policed, but I know a lot of the passionate fixtures in England are heavily policed, and you don't see flares getting into grounds as much now in England. But it still happens in Scotland. Um, the fans find a way to show their passion. But yeah, thanks for that, Dylan. And like you say, it could be bang on there with that. It could be it's like I say, it started off with one hell of a frenetic pace. We've currently got just got a free kick for Hibs just inside their own half of the pitch. They've taken it, ball forward, midway inside the Hearts half of the field. I've got to say, guys, that pitch is not looking the best. It looks quite worn, although it doesn't look as bad as my club's pitch did the other week. But Hibs in possession on that far side, looking to get across into the box. Cross comes in, and it's knocked out behind for a corner to Hibs. Quite well defended there from Hearts. So let's see if we can get through some of the comments. Mackenzie Jack, welcome to the show, mate. Great to have you with us. Welcome to Fanden. Hopefully, let us know what club you support, mate. Be great to hear from you. And do you have a score prediction? What am I watching it on? I'm watching it on the TV, mate. I'm watching it on the TV. If you want to know where you can find games like this, guys, just Google it. Just Google it. That's the best thing to do. Whatever part of the country you're in, or whether you're outside of the UK, if you Google which channels and stuff are doing the game, you can. I'm sure you can find a channel within whichever country it is that you're in that covers the game. There's especially a big game like this. There's normally plenty of TV companies and streaming sites that cover it. So just Google it, mate. Just Google it. I'm sure you'll find a channel that comes up with it. Obviously, I do the channel quite regular, so I've got access to a number of platforms to get games because obviously it's important to the Fandom project. So yeah, I'd just recommend you Google it, mate. Whichever country you're in, I'm sure you'll find either a channel or a website that are doing it. There's not, like I say, just need to do a bit of a Google search, mate. That's what I've done in the past when I've watched it. Watched games privately, but thanks for that, Mackenzie Jack. Great to see you in the chat, mate. Joey's saying hi, Dylan. That would be great. A great scoreline. Absolutely, cannot argue with that. We've got the corner has actually resulted in a free kick on the far side for a bit of a rough challenge, but nothing too drastic. So we're just about to have a free kick taken for Hibs. Cross comes in. It's knocked out by the defenders. But Hibs managed to regain possession outside the box. And now they come down that far side with another cross in. But that's cleared by Hearts. And now it's been knocked out on the far side for a throw in midway inside the Hearts half of the field. It's started off with a frantic pace, this, guys. I really like games like this, passionate, and you can hear the fans in the background getting right behind their respective clubs. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Dylan is saying, yes, Joey, definitely, absolutely. Like you say, if your score prediction is correct, mate, we're in for one hell of a cracking game. So let's see how it goes. Mackenzie, PFC underscore DY4 is Dylan saying, Mackenzie, it's on Sky, I think. If not, you can pay for it. You can pay to watch the game through the club channel. Yeah, like I said, there's a few ways you can get games like that, like I say, variety of games. I don't think this game is actually on Sky though. But yeah, just Google it, guys. That's the best thing I can recommend to you. Like I say, I can't. We've got our first foul of the game, guys. Sorry, I was just distracted with the comments there. I'm just, yeah, it's a foul on a Hearts player. It's just breaking into the Hibs half of the field from the halfway line on this near side. And as he runs into the field, one of the Hibs players has just got caught out a little bit with his positional play. So he's tried to catch up, and he's ended up, as he's caught up, he's ended up grabbing hold of the Hearts player and pulling him to the ground. So, like I say, nothing too serious, but it's resulted in the first yellow card of the game. 70, they're just coming up to 18 minutes in, guys. Still 1-0 to Hearts. Cross comes in towards the box, but it's deflected away. And now it's deflected up to the Hearts player, but Hibs have managed to get it. Oh, come on, man! Let the game flow. Let the game flow. We don't want to see this. Keep starting with the players going down so easy. So we got another player being booked. It's a Hearts player this time for a challenge on a Hibs player, but it does look like some of the players are making a meal of some of these challenges. Which are supposed to be expected a little bit in the derby, but come on, we want to see the game flow. We don't want to keep seeing it being stopped all the time for soft tackles or soft challenges. But like I say, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it will start to flow more as the game progresses. So we've got a free kick for Hibs. Not quite midway inside the Hearts half of the field, but close enough. So free kick taken. Long ball towards the Hearts goal, but the goalkeeper managed to gather that and take the danger out of the cross. And now they will Hearts will rebuild again from the back. Linda Stark is saying not on Sky, it's on Viaplay. Yep, there's a few, like I said, there's a few places you guys can get it. You just have to Google it. Just Google it. But thank you very much for that, Linda Stark. Welcome to Fandom. Great to see you, mate. Let us know if you've got a score prediction. Any of you guys that are new to the channel, please do drop your score prediction. Like I said, it's a cup game, so you are welcome to give us a score prediction with your heart and with your head. And when I say heart, I don't mean the club Hearts. I mean your heart here, because obviously, sometimes we can have. When our emotions are involved with a particular club, we can give score predictions sometimes based more on what our hearts are saying and not what our heads are saying. So that's why I'm saying you guys welcome when it comes to cup games to give a prediction with your heart and your head to what you think it's going to be at the end of the game. But like I say, thank you for that, Linda. Great to have you with us, mate. Welcome to Fandom. Maxim Muzachik. Apologies if I'm not saying your name correctly, mate. Just break off a second opportunity here for Hibs getting into the box. A beautiful shot there, but the keeper was equal to it, and he's managed to save it at the near post, and it's gone out behind for a corner. But that was a really, really nice attempted shot on goal. From a really tight angle, to be fair. He had about three Hearts defenders in front of him, but he still managed to get the shot off. And good respect for that good effort, but also respect to the keeper for keeping focused and keeping that out. It was a really nice bit of play. Corner's taken short. Cross comes on the ground into the box, but it's deflected away. And now... Oh, come on, man. We now got another soft foul on that far side of the pitch. Come on, guys. Stay on your feet. Sorry, guys. Just me get a little bit frustrated seeing these players going down so easy sometimes. It's come on, get the game going. We don't want to keep seeing fouls left, right, and centre. But to be fair, the pitch doesn't look in the greatest condition, so that may be playing a factor in the game. Free kick comes in for Hibs. It's deflected away, but only as far as midway inside the Hearts half. But Hearts managed to knock it away even further up the pitch until a Hibs player has picked it up and passed it back to the goalkeeper. Sorry about that, Maxim Mizjuk. Apologies, as I say, if I'm not pronouncing your names correctly. Maxime is saying, what do you think the score for Hibs City, Leeds, and United? Well, I don't know. We're not. I'm not. Obviously, we will be doing the live stream later on for the Arsenal v United game. But yeah, there is another couple of Premier League games going on in the EPL today as well. I think they're kicking off now around this time, at the same time as this. But obviously, I've been quite busy, so I've not had time to look at them fixtures in detail. But in this one, I'm going to say. I'm going to say it's going to be a draw at extra. Sorry, a draw come the full time whistle. I will go for a 2-2 draw. I'll go for a 2-2 draw in this one. And for my score prediction for the Arsenal United game, I will leave that till we do that stream later on. But there you go, Maxime. Welcome to Fanden. Great to have you with us, mate. And let us know if you have a score prediction for this game. It'd be great to hear from you, mate. Dylan is saying, first thing I hear when I turn on my volume up, shot comes in and it's a goal. Love the passion. Sorry. Love the passion you show for UK football, mate. Can't beat it. Thank you very much, Dylan. That's very nice of you to say. Appreciate the positivity, mate. Like I say, I try. When I do these games, as you guys know that watch regular, I try to be as neutral as possible. I try to be respectful as possible because Fanden is not about a club. It's not about my club. It's not about any club. It's about you guys, the fans. And I'm very passionate about trying to build something positive and unique with this channel to represent fans who care about the future of football. And as I've said many times, we do not hear enough. We're hearing too many decisions being made in football, in the SPFL, in the English Football League, in all football across the UK. Too many big decisions being made without opinions of fans being taken into consideration. And I want to try and change that. I want to try and help fans have a real voice in the football world. It's like I say, it's an ambitious project, but with great support from top fans like you guys, we may achieve it one day. But like I say, a lot of work to do yet. Hearts in possession on the far side as they look to work down that side of the pitch, and they're looking to get a cross in, but it's taken a deflection and gone out for a throw-in, level with the Hibs goal area. But thank you very much for that, Dylan. Very nice of you to say, mate. Really appreciate the positivity. So Hearts in possession on the far side, but they've lost it now to Hibs, and Hibs pass it back to their own keeper to relieve the pressure. Sorry guys, I've got a bit of a dry mouth today. I think, like I say, it's been a bit crazy morning, to be honest. I didn't think I was going to make it for this stream today. I was this earlier stream. Had some personal stuff, and obviously I did 2 double streams yesterday as well. So we've got an off the field issue now. Oh, come on, guys! I know this is a derby, but we've got players going down all over the pitch here for clumsy challenges and comings together. Luckily, the referee is trying to keep control of it, although I don't want to see too many players getting booked because it can affect whichever club goes through in the competition. It can affect them later in the next round if they have too many players booked. But Hibs attempted to break forward there, and there was a bit of an incident off the ball with 2 players coming together. And then as Hibs broke into or attempted to break into the box, just been a bit sandwiched by 2 of the Hearts players, and he's gone down quite cheaply, really, there. But obviously, it's right on the edge of the box, so he's thinking to get a goal kick. But if I was the referee, I'm sorry, I think I might have let that one go because to me it looks a bit soft, a bit of a soft challenge. it's one of them. It's one of them challenges where the player goes down and it's just predictable because of the positioning. But not to worry. There we go. That's football. So we've got a free kick for Hibs on the edge of the Hearts box, pretty much directly in front of goal. And Hearts currently trying to build their wall, which is a 5-man wall, but with a gap in it. Hearts take their shot and slam it right into the wall. It's deflected away, but Hibs, it's deflected away, and Hibs managing to keep possession. Sorry if I get a bit confused. It's just Hearts Hibs. It's when I'm trying to keep you guys up to date with what's going on in the game, it can get a bit confusing. But the ball has eventually ended up back with the Hearts goalkeeper, and now Hearts looking to move the ball up the field on this near side, but it's been knocked out for a throw-in midway inside the Hearts half of the pitch. Maxime is saying it happens with Warrington Town FC. Right. What happens, mate? What happens? What is it you mean, mate? Sorry, you've lost me there, Maxime. What happens with Warrington FC? If you could just explain a bit better, that would be appreciated, mate. We've got another foul on this near side. Oh, come on. Honest. This is so frustrating. I want to watch the game flow, and we've got players going down for the softest of challenges. It's unbelievable. I get that it's a derby, but come on. Surely the Hearts and Hibs fans want to see their game flowing better than this. So we have got another free kick just in front of the halfway line, just inside the Hearts half of the field. Free kicks taken, long ball down the field towards the opposite side of the pitch. Not much doing, but Hearts managing to keep possession on that far side, and now they've been pushed back towards the halfway line. They switched the play out to this opposite side of the pitch on this near side. Just managing to keep it in, and now a ball further down the pitch, and Hearts looking to get a crossing, but it's intercepted by the Hibs defender, and it's ended up going out behind for a goal kick. Bit of a wasted opportunity that for Hearts. There was in a really good opportunity there to get a crossing, but a bit of miscontrol from the Hearts player attempting to get in the position to put a cross, and he's lost the ball to the Hibs defender. But yeah, sorry, Maxime, if you could just explain what you mean by that. I'm not following you. It says it happens with Warrington Town. What happens, mate? If you could just explain. Joey's saying, got to agree there, Dylan. What were we agreeing with? All right, sorry, just had to read back over the comments there. My bad. Thanks for that, Joey. Yep, appreciate that. Like I say, guys, really do appreciate you guys making the effort to be positive and enthusiastic about what I'm trying to do. So yeah, thanks for that, guys. Very nice of you to say. Blue Nose Joker, welcome to Fanden. Great to see you with us, mate. Great to see you in the chat. Blue Nose Joker is saying 3-2 to Hearts. Cool, mate. Right, that's the second 3-2 goals score prediction we've had. So if you guys are right, we're in for a real cracker here with the amount of goals. But thank you very much for that, Blue Nose Joker. Welcome to Fanden. Let us know, is that your score prediction with your heart or your head? And if it is either or, give us a score prediction with your other, because like I say, we don't do this all the time, guys. Just in cup games, we started doing it where you guys can give score predictions based on your heart, what you're thinking in your heart, emotionally, in other words, and also what your head is saying. So in other words, what your football intelligence is telling you the score will be. Because when it's derby games, especially, and in cup games, we can sometimes give predictions with our hearts rather than our heads. when our football knowledge is telling us different, but our hearts is telling us the complete opposite. So that's why I say you guys welcome to give a score prediction with your heart and your head. So yeah. But thank you very much for that, Blue Nose Joker. Let us know, mate. Are you a Hearts fan? If that is the case, that's understandable why you will give a 3-2 score prediction. That was awesome, mate. Blue Nose Joker is saying it's on Viaplay. Absolutely. Yep, like I say. Thanks for that, Maxime. Like I said, I don't want to keep reading out these corporate TV channels, guys. I try to avoid that as much as possible. Dylan is saying, I was hoping. Oh, we've got an opportunity here for Hibs. Sorry, towards the back post. It's just sorry, guys, bit random. That my apologies. I'm trying to read the comments, and the game goes flat, and then suddenly it springs back into life. Hibs. Running down that far side of the pitch and get across into the box towards the back post. And the Hibs player tried to get on the end of it, but he was just blocked off by some good defending from the Hearts defender and the goalkeeper. But a really good effort there from Hibs, trying to catch Hearts on the counter-attack, but it didn't quite work out. But a good effort. At least in this. Now Hearts looking to move the ball up the pitch on this near side, and it's knocked out behind for a throw-in to Hibs on this near side. Dylan is saying, I was hoping to get to non-league game yesterday, but unfortunately I was called off. It was called off due to the weather. Well, not to worry, mate. Sorry, unfortunately, it's just that time of year, isn't it? It's there's a lot of games being called off this week and last week because of frozen pitches and stuff, mate. England, to be fair, England does get a lot of games called off in the lower leagues because of frozen pitches, and that's because of the EFL not doing enough to get investment into lower league clubs to help them improve the pitch infrastructure. But to be fair, mate, it happens a lot in Scotland, and the SPFL do very little to help these clubs improve their pitch infrastructure. And there's a lot more clubs in Scotland, to be fair, that really suffer from problems with pitches getting frozen just because they can't afford the infrastructure to get the pitches looked after. But this is what I mean, guys. This is where the football authorities should be doing more to help these clubs get better investment to improve the standard of the pitch. And sorry, guys, just to break off there, another effort there for Hearts coming down this near side. They got across into the box, broke into the box and then got the cross across the face of goal. One of the Hearts players managing to get the shot off, but the Hibs goalkeeper equal to it. And now at the other end, we've got another opportunity for Hibs. It's deflected away, but Hibs managing to keep possession. Now in possession on that far side of the pitch, midway inside the Hearts half. But now they've moved down further towards the goal, and a cross comes in, but there's just a bit too much pace on the ball, crossed into the box, and it ends up going behind for a goal kick. But sorry about that, guys. It was just getting a bit tasty there. But yeah, no worries, Dylan. Thanks for letting us know that. Like I say, mate, I know it's very frustrating this time of year with games being called off, frozen pitches. But like I say, mate, it's a problem that's mainly in Scotland and in lower league football in England. And for me, we need to be looking at the EFL and the SPFL doing more to get investment into these clubs so that we don't have this problem. The bosses of the SPFL and the EFL like to complain occasionally about fixture pile-ups, but they do very little to help clubs get investment to improve the pitch infrastructure. So, unfortunately, mate, sorry to hear that, but that's just part of football at this time of the year. I'm sure you're aware of that, mate. Blue Nose Joker is saying, come on, the Jam Tarts. Obviously, a Hearts fan then, I take it, Blue Nose Joker. if you guys that are English are not aware of it, the Hearts fans call themselves the Jambos. That is their nickname. So that was just to let you guys know why Blue Nose Joker is saying, "Come on, the Jam Tarts." It's in reference to their club nickname, which is the Jambos, and Hibs, as I said, their nickname is shortened to Hibs from Hibernian. So yeah, just to let you guys know that obviously the fans that are joining us that are English fans that may not be familiar with this fixture. But thanks for that, Blue Nose Joker. Great to see you getting behind your team, mate. Lennon Garrick 999 is saying, "Where can I watch the game?" Oh, mate, you have to Google it, mate. Google it. Like I say, I'm not wanting to promote big corporate TV companies on the channel, mate. They should be. They want me to promote them. Then they should sponsor us, shouldn't they? So I don't mean no offense, guys, but I'm sure you can understand that I'm doing this as the channel as a hobby, and I've got bigger ambitions than just doing it as a hobby in the future. So I'm certainly not going to give promotion to big TV companies that I think need to be more fan orientated and less money motivated, because that's the problem in football these days. Too many of these big TV companies are dominating football, and it's the fans that suffer when we have crazy kickoff times, as we saw on Friday night in England, with West Brom fans struggling to get to the Burnley game because of the tea time traffic and people coming home. No consideration from the big corporate TV company with fans getting to the ground. But yet the TV companies are always the first to complain if the ground's empty or not full. So yeah, sorry about that, Lennon. Garrick, no offense to you, mate. Welcome to Fandom. Great to have you with us. But I hope you can understand that I don't want to promote big TV companies that don't promote me and don't have the best interests of fans at heart. So just Google it, mate. Guys, if you're looking for watch the game, just Google it. That's the best thing I can say to you to do. Just pop on Google, put in the fixture, and there'll be, wherever you are in the world, it will tell you on Google where you can find it. With the internet and everything this day and age, guys, there's loads of places you can watch games. Sorry, guys, I'm going to bypass them comments because, like I say, I am not giving promotion to TV companies to big corporate TV companies, should I say. But thank you very much to you guys, Blue Nose Joker and Maxime, for trying to advise other fans where they can watch it. Blue Nose Joker is saying, "I'm new to the channel. I think 3-2 to Hearts." Yeah, I'm aware that you're new to the channel. Great to have you with us, mate. Welcome to Fandom, like I say. And yeah, absolutely. As I read your comment earlier, I'm presuming you are a Jambos fan, which is awesome. Great to have. We want all fans to feel part of the Fandom project, and we do not discriminate against any cultures, any countries within the UK. We try to be respectful to all. So absolutely, mate. It's fantastic to have you with us. Really appreciated. And there is some other Scottish fans that we have following the channel that have been following the channel for quite a while. So they may pop in today. They might not. They might be busy with other stuff. But I'm sure if you pop in the channel quite regular, eventually you will bump into some of the other fans that have Scottish fans that have been showing interest in the project for a long time and been very supportive. So like I say, yes, we do a lot of English games, but we are definitely trying to give the consideration to Scottish football as well when we get the opportunity to do so. But as I'm sure you guys in Scotland are aware, not all of Scottish football is easily accessible via TV and stuff like that. So it can make it a bit more difficult to sometimes do some of the league fixtures. But thank you very much for that, Blue Nose Joker. And like I say, mate, great to have you with us. Welcome to Fandom. Mackenzie Jack is saying, "What are you watching it on?" Like I say, mate, I'm not going to promote the channels that I use or the websites that I use. I'm trying to keep, like I say, I'm not doing that, mate. No offense. If you want to check it out, guys, I can't keep repeating myself all the way through the stream. Just Google it. That's the best thing I can advise you to do, guys. Just Google it. Not much to report at the minute, guys. 42 minutes into, we're 3 minutes away from half time. Hibs just passing it about at the back at the minute, deep inside their own half. It's kind of switched between the two teams at the minute, but we've not had in the last 5 minutes or so, we've not had an awful lot of goal mouth action. But I say that, and now we have a cross coming into the box from Hibs on this near side. It's deflected away, and Hibs managing to keep possession as they managed to try and break into the box, but it's gone behind for a goal kick. But yeah, sorry about that, Mackenzie Jack. Like I say, mate, appreciate you coming, getting involved, and welcome to Fandom. But like I say, mate, if you want to find out where you can watch it, just Google it, guys. Like I said. But yeah, thank you for that, Mackenzie, Jack. And like I say, mate, let us know if you've got a score prediction. It'd be great to hear your thoughts on the game, prediction-wise. Mini Mo is saying Potter's off to Watford, apparently. Huge miss to the Hibbies. Yeah, mate, absolutely, mate. Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest. I am not well up on a lot of the players in Scotland. I'll be honest. I'm learning as I'm getting better with Scottish football. I'm learning a lot more about Scottish football. I haven't concentrated too much on learning all the Scottish teams and stuff yet because I've been too busy trying to. When I have spent time learning about Scottish football, because I bear in mind I am English, but I love Scotland. It's a beautiful country. And that is why I named the channel Football Fandom UK. It could have just done it about English football, but I wanted Scotland to be a part of what I'm trying to do because it's a fantastic country, very passionate fans up there in Scotland. And I've been up there many times for short breaks and stuff like that. And it's a beautiful country. So, and I love the fact that, Scotland is part of the UK. I know Scotland fans might think differently, and that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. I respect your opinion. Might not agree with it, but I respect your opinion. But for me, England and Scotland are stronger together. The problem with our country, guys, for me, is not England and Scotland. It's the people, it's the politicians in London. They're the problem for why there is issues in England and Scotland. But we're not getting into the politics now. I just wanted to express that I am very, very much a fan of Scotland. It's a beautiful country, and I respect massively the passion that Scottish fans show towards their team. And for me, the SPFL need to honour, show a bit more respect and consideration to that passion coming from the fans and do a better job of managing the league, because I know that a lot of you guys in Scotland feel that there's a lot of biased in the Scottish Football League with regards to Celtic and Rangers getting favourable decisions regular. That's one thing I've learned in Scottish football. But yeah, like I said, guys, I've not had a lot of chance to learn all about Scottish players just yet because I have been busy learning about the Scottish League structure and how each club is involved in it, club size, stuff like that. I've learned a lot in the last couple of years about Scottish football, but obviously I'm not. There's only so much I can learn at once. So yeah, but thank you very much for that, Mini Mo. And unfortunately, you guys, that's the problem in Scottish football. There's such poor investment from the SPFL, getting poor sponsorships. That basically you guys are at the mercy all the time of English clubs having better financial strength, and they're able to just come in and handpick your best players, and it's not right. I totally agree. And if the SPFL were doing more to get a better sponsorship, then I think that would start to happen less. But unfortunately, like I said, I have you on a serious, guys. I don't agree with it. I want to see balance across the football leagues in the UK, and I want to see better investment in Scottish football so that you guys are not at the mercy of English clubs that can just come and snatch your best players because they are supported better financially. So yeah, like I say, mate, I do feel for you there. It's a shame to keep seeing it happen. We keep seeing it happen regular every January. You guys are at the mercy of English clubs, and it's not right. I might be English, but I'm honest and respectful. I believe in a fair balance and respect across football. I'm very passionate about that. But thank you very much for that, Mini Mo. Ball is out on the far side, guys. We just had a stoppage for a bit of clumsy challenge. Hearts with the ball down the field now, and it's ended up going out. Well, it did get knocked out for what looked like a corner, but the flat linesman has flagged for offside, and means Hibs goal kick. So, like I said, guys, it's a bit scrappy at the minute. Not much to report in it, but Hibs currently in possession, midway inside their own half of the pitch. Long ball down the field on that far side, and it's ended up going out again. This is what I mean, guys. At the minute, not much to report. It's been very stop-start. A lot of balls, free kicks, a lot of balls going out for throw-ins, and like I say, it's meant that the game hasn't really flowed properly yet. 48 minutes gone, and there goes the half-time whistle. So that's a great opportunity for me to try and catch up with some of the comments. So at half-time, it's currently Hibs 0, Hearts 1. But still a second half of football to be played, so anything could happen yet. But like I say, guys, if you just join us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys, hear your thoughts on this game or any other games going on in the UK today. So let's see if we can catch up with some comments. Thanks for that, Blue Nose Joker. Oh, sorry, I didn't read that comment, did I? My apologies. My bad, mate. Blue Nose Joker saying, Mini Mo, he should have came to Rangers. Yeah, but like I say, I think you guys, like you say, guys are well aware of what I'm talking about with the imbalance in finance between England and Scotland. It's an absolute joke. And the SPFL, for me, they're the problem. They're the problem. They could go out in the world and get a better sponsor so that your clubs get better investment and a better cut, shall we say, a better cut of the split from sponsorship. So until we see change in the SPFL, unfortunately, you guys are really at the mercy of clubs in the English Football League that are just as they're on the same level as you as a club. It's just that they get better financial support because let's be honest, unfortunately, as much as I know you won't like to hear it, the EFL and the Premier League do a better job of getting finance into football, and it means that the English clubs get a better cut, and it means they have a lot more stronger transfer budget. And for me, it annoys me that the SPFL bosses. I'm honest, since I've been learning about Scottish football, there is so much wrong with what is going on with the SPFL. For a start, one thing that bugs me is hearing that they have board members that represent Rangers and Celtic. What is that all about? If that is not a recipe for bias, I don't know what is. So, yeah, for me, the SPFL are what are holding the Scottish Football League back. It's a fantastic league, very passionate fans up there. But unfortunately, whilst you have a football association that doesn't fight for your interests hard enough to get better sponsorship deals, then you guys are always going to be at a financial disadvantage, unfortunately. But thanks for that, Blue Nose Joker. Maxime is saying 4-0 Hearts. But thanks for that, Maxime. I'm taking it, maybe you're a Jambos fan. Let us know if you could, mate. Like I say, you're welcome to share a prediction with your heart and your head this afternoon. Because, like I say, this is a cup game. We only do the hearts and heads thing when it's cup games, because obviously cup games bring something a bit more unique with the fixtures. But thank you very much for that, Maxime. That's a good shout. You could be right. It's 1-0, so it's still nil to Hibs. So you could be right. It could end up like that. And I know we've seen this fixture produce plenty of goals in the past. Mini Mo is saying never. Fair enough, mate. That's fair enough. Love seeing that you guys are supporting opposite clubs. I know the passion gets quite intense in Scotland, but I love to see that you guys supporting rival clubs, but still being respectful to each other. And and that's all we ask here on Fanden. So that's awesome to see. That shows that you guys are true football fans, in my opinion. But thanks for that, Minimo. Zuexio, apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, mate. Welcome to Fanden. Great to have you with us. Zuexio is saying 2-1 Hibs. Right, thanks for that, mate. Are you a Hibs fan? Let us know if you're still there, mate. But thank you very much for that. Welcome to Fanden. Great to have you with us. Stuart Ross is saying Rangers didn't want Porteous. Well, like I say, you guys talking about transfers, I know, like I said, for me, there is a serious issue with the transfer system in Scottish football. It's bad that most of the Scottish clubs are in fact, all of the Scottish clubs are at the mercy of English clubs. But there is also another imbalance because all the rest of the league of the leagues in Scotland, every other club apart from Celtic and Rangers are at the mercy of not only the English leagues, the English league clubs, but they're also at the mercy of Rangers and Celtic picking off their best players. So there is a real imbalance financially in Scotland. That means that clubs like Hearts, Hibs, St Johnstone, Inverness, all these kind of clubs are all at the mercy of English football clubs and two of the biggest clubs in Scotland, Rangers and Celtic, to lose their best players. And it's not right. It's not right. But I'm not going to get into a rant about that. As I expressed before, the most of the problems with that for me are to blame at the door of the SPFL bosses not doing enough to create a balance in the football structure in Scotland. But thank you very much for that, Stuart Ross. Welcome to Fanden. Great to have you with us, mate, and appreciate you sharing your thoughts on that. Minimo is saying Scottish referees are shocking. Yes, mate, I am very much aware. Like I say, I've spent since the time I've been building Fanden. Before I built Fanden, I had watched the occasional Scottish game. But obviously, as you can understand, I am English, so I concentrate on my own club like most fans do. But since I've been doing Fanden, I've given a lot more attention to learn about Scottish football. And I've got to agree with you, mate. You guys made me aware of it when I first started Fanden, telling me about how bad the refereeing was in Scotland. At first, I'll be honest, I didn't believe you guys because I thought, it's just fans that are a bit frustrated with decisions not going against them. But after a couple of years of getting to know the Scottish Football League and learning about it, I've got to be honest, mate, you're right. Some of the standard of refereeing in Scotland is absolutely shocking. And I've also watched one or two games now involving Celtic and Rangers with other clubs in the league. And honest, you might as well give a green or blue shirt to the referee with the way they make shirts. If I was a player on that pitch playing for a club like St Johnstone or Dundee United, and I saw a referee doing it, I'm sorry, but I'd swap my shirt with one of the opposition players on the Rangers Celtic team, walk straight up to the referee and hand it to him, and just say, you might as well be wearing that. Because, honest, seriously, you guys that are English, if you don't believe me, watch some of the games in Scotland and the referee. And it doesn't happen in every game, but sometimes it is so blatantly obvious that there is a bias with the referee and the way they give decisions. I don't know if it's calmed down now with the VAR. Scottish fans would be able to assess that better than me. It may have started to calm down because they just introduced VAR into elements of Scottish football this season. So I'd love to know from you Scottish fans if you feel that VAR has helped calm that down. But I know I've definitely seen it in the last 2-3 years whilst learning about the Scottish Football League. But thanks for that, Minimo. Stuart Ross is saying VAR isn't helping the refs either. Is it not? That's not good. Well, obviously, I don't want to judge it too soon, but I would just say, Stuart, is it not worth just considering that maybe the referees just need a bit of time to get used to it? Obviously, I'm not trying to stick up for the refs or anything like that, but it is still quite new. It's only been in Scotland a couple of months, hasn't it, mate? So do you think it's possible that it might be just just a case of we just need to give the referees a little bit of time to get used to using it. And it being part of the game. And I said the same thing with English in the Premier League when it was introduced in the Premier League. I'm not a big fan of technology being used in games, I'll be honest, but it's here now, so we've got to go with it. But I did say it when it was introduced to the Premier League, we have to give it, a season for referees and players and stuff to get used to it before we start judging it too soon. But yeah, I take on board what you're saying, Stuart, and thanks for that, mate. I'd love to know if you think that if you agree with me and you think it just needs a bit longer for the referees to get used to it. But thank you very much for that, Stuart Ross. Appreciate you sharing that with us, mate. Maxime is saying, "Yep, it is. Yep, it is. Is that yes? It is." Improving it, or yep, it is. You're agreeing, or maybe Maxime is thinking it has helped improve. But that's interesting if you guys are thinking differently. But like I say, we it's not been in Scottish football long, so we have, I suppose, in fairness, it's not really fair to judge it too soon. I think next season will probably be the time to really start judging whether the referees are using it in the right way. Because as we saw in the Premier League, when they first introduced it, there is going to be teething troubles. And in the Premier League, it still doesn't get all the decisions right. So there's still going to be an element where you guys get frustrated with how it's used, because we've seen that in England, it's not used in the best way in the Premier League either. But thank you very much for that, Maxime. Appreciate it, mate. Maxime is also saying it is not used. It's not used in Scotland. I thought it was introduced, the VAR. It was introduced this season. I know it's not used in all the leagues, and I'm not sure if it's used in all the competition, but I know it has been introduced into the Scottish Premiership. But I'm not sure if it's being used tonight in the Scottish Cup. Oh, sorry, I keep saying tonight. This afternoon. I don't think I'm not sure if it's being used in the Scottish Cup yet, but I know it's definitely been introduced partly, at least, into elements of Scottish football. So yeah, I'm sorry, Maxime, to disagree, but I'm sure it has been introduced. It was introduced earlier this season, so this is its first season being used in Scottish football. But like I say, I'm not sure exactly how much in Scottish football. I think it's just in the Scottish Premiership at the minute that it's being used, I think, but don't quote me on that. But thank you very much for that, Maxime. Minnie Mo is saying they were crap pre-VAR, crap after. Right, well, that's a fair comment, mate. I can't really argue with that because I can't judge it. I won't judge it too soon. I give the referees the benefit of the doubt and give them some time to get used to it. But I've definitely seen the standard of refereeing before VAR was used. And I have to agree with the Scottish fans that were frustrated with the standard of refereeing. They have every right to be frustrated with the standard of refereeing because before VAR was introduced, in some games, it was honest. It was like, is this referee even got any qualifications to be a referee? That was the question it left you asking. So yeah, thanks for that, Minnie Mo. Stuart Ross is saying crap, full stop. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Minnie Mo, Scottish referees do everything possible to stop the flow. Well, that's an interesting theory, that, mate. I'll look out for that in future games. I'll look out for that. I'll keep an eye out for that, Minnie Mo, in future games when I'm watching Scottish football. I'll see if I notice that. Now you've pointed it out to me. It's not something I've ever looked for before, to be honest. But if that's your opinion of it, I'll take that on board, mate, and I will look out for that in future games. So yeah, thanks for that, mate. That's an interesting point of view, to be fair. Guys, if you just joined us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. Like I said, we're not a club channel, we're very much a fan channel, and we want you guys to feel a part of what we're trying to build here. Minnie Mo is saying SPL doing more, Gaz. All right, fair enough. You think the SPFL are doing more? Personally, myself, I mean, I'm no expert, but in the time that I've been learning about Scottish football, for me, the SPFL are not doing enough to get new investment, good investment into the Scottish League. For me, if you know, they need to go out and get a world sponsor. If you look at the Scottish football, a lot of the time the sponsors are Scottish sponsorships. And I have nothing against that. But if you want bigger financial investment into the Scottish Football League, then unfortunately you need to be doing what the Premier League do and get big corporate companies that are world brands to sponsor the league. That is how you get better investment into the league. So, yeah, I take on board what you're saying, Minimo. Appreciate your opinion. But like I said, I'm no expert. It's just in the time that I've been watching Scottish football, I feel that the SPFL don't do enough to attract better investment into sponsoring the league and stuff like that. But if you think differently, I will take that on board, mate. And you would probably know slightly better than me if you were a regular Scottish fan. So thanks for that, mate. Maxime is saying, what I mean is Warrington use flares v Ryland. Right, fair, yeah, but Warrington are non-league, aren't they? What I mean is the actual football league. That's what I'm talking about within the football league. In non-league, it's managed a bit more relaxed in England, but in the English Football League, from like the Premier League down to League Two, it's managed very very intensely by the police. Do you know, guys, in England now, you even have what's called secret fans going into grounds, looking out for you guys filming the games so that you don't put it on YouTube. So it's being like micromanaged now, the English game, because the EFL have introduced basically fan spies into the crowd to look out for you guys filming clips of the game to share it on social media and on YouTube. That is how bad it's getting now in English football, that these big, rich, powerful TV companies have got the FA and the EFL sending spies into the fan community in the stands to spy on us, to see if we're filming. And now, I'm not being funny, but you pay for a ticket to go to a game, support your club. Are you not allowed to get your phone out and take pictures of you being there with your family, enjoying the game, showing your support to the club? But yet you have the FA and the EFL wanting to stop you doing that because of TV copyright. So, yeah, that is how bad it is getting in English football, mate. But, yeah, if like I say, if Warrington are doing it, that's fair enough. But Warrington, like I say, they're a non-league club, so it's slightly different. When I'm talking about the English Football League, I'm talking about clubs actually in the official league, not clubs in the non-league section. But thank you very much, Maxime, for sharing that, because I actually didn't know that, to be fair. So you've actually educated me there a little bit. I didn't realise that Warrington Football Club used flares. So that's a new one to me. So thank you very much, Maxime, for sharing that. Appreciated, mate. PFC underscore DY4 is Dylan saying, sorry, guys, have to hop off now. Watch some of women's football this afternoon. Hope you enjoy the game and the rest of your weekend. Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much, Dylan. Appreciate coming, getting involved. Always a pleasure to have you involved, mate. And yeah, if you go and watching some of the women's game, hopefully you enjoy the game. Paul McGurk is saying, Mon the Hibs. No worries, mate. Welcome to Fandon, Paul. Great to have you with us, mate. I take it you are a Hibs fan. That's nothing wrong with that. Awesome. Great to have you with us, mate. And like I say, at the minute, the second half has just restarted, guys. We're a minute or so into it. Still Hearts 1-0 up at the moment. Hibs currently in possession, midway inside the Hearts half of the field, as they look to move the ball down that near side. And now they break into the box, cross into the box, and it's deflected away. Oh, but that was a really good opportunity there and Hibs still in possession now on this near side. And another cross into the box, headed on, but it's headed straight into the goalkeeper's hands, and the goalkeeper relieves the pressure for Hearts. But yeah, quite lively start to the second half, and an early goal scoring opportunity there for Hibs. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Paul McGurk. McGurk, apologies if I'm not pronouncing your second name properly, mate. My bad. But welcome to Fandom. Great to have you with us. And let us know if you've got a final score prediction, how you think the final score will be. Saul Goodman is saying Blue Nose is a Rangers fan. Who is Blue Nose? I don't know who Blue Nose is, mate, but Saul Goodman, welcome to Fandom. Great to have you with us, mate. I appreciate you coming, getting involved. But I'm not sure who you're referring to there, who you're exactly referring to. But it's a bit random, to be fair, that, mate. But thank you very much for coming, getting involved in the chat. Appreciate it, and welcome to Fandom. As I say, Paul McGurk is saying, Google it, mate. Well, I'm not sorry. You've lost me. I'm not sure. If you're talking about the game, yeah, Google it. Thanks for that, Paul McGurk. Appreciated, mate. Like I say, any of you guys that are looking for where you can watch the game, just go and Google it, as Paul has just stated. But thank you very much for that. Sorry, mate. Just lost my train of thought there. Sorry, guys. We'll come back to the comments in a minute. Keep your comments coming. Hibs in possession on this near side now, as they're looking to keep the pressure on Hearts. And a wild shot from about 35 yards has gone behind for a goal kick. That was a very wild shot there. Nowhere near a chance of getting that on target there. But I suppose got to give the player credit for ambition. Hearts now in possession on the far side of the pitch, midway inside their own half of the field, and now they break up towards the halfway line and now running deep into the Hibs half of the field, and they've just lost the ball on the edge of the box, and now Hibs looking to hit Hearts on the counter attack as they've moved the ball out to this near side, and now it's gone out for a throw in. Maxime Mizelis, apology, I can't read your second name, mate. My bad. Maxime is saying, what I mean is flares. Yeah, like I say, mate, flares do get into English football clubs. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying it's a lot rarer than it is now. You still see quite a lot of flares getting into Scottish football games. But in the English Football League, the league, I'm not talking about non-league, I'm talking about the actual league structure. You don't see as many flares getting into games anymore because, seriously, guys, if you go to games in England, you'll see what I mean. The security now, a lot of football clubs in England is crazy. It really is. So fans just don't get away with taking flares into grounds like they used to do. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. You still do occasionally get flares getting in to grounds in England, but it's becoming less common. But a non-league, that's different because non-league, the security is not as intense getting into the stadium. So non-league fans can get away with getting flares into the ground in England. But like I say, I've just noticed that it still happens quite a bit. I'm nothing against it. As long as they're not thrown at anybody to hurt anybody, I've nothing against flares being in ground. I was just meaning in the English Football League, you don't see it as much as what you used to because the security has really clamped down on stuff like that. But you guys in Scotland still very much make it a part of supporting your team and manage to get flares in the ground. So yeah, I was just making the comparison, mate. Corner for Hibs. It's into the box, but it's headed away onto this near side, and now it's gone out for a throw-in on this near side, level with the goal for Hibs. But yeah, thanks for that, Maxime. Like I say, mate, I wasn't criticising flares being used. I was just making the observation that you still see it quite a lot in Scottish games. But you don't see it as much in English games anymore. I'm not saying you don't see it at all. You just don't see it as much because, like I say, clubs have really clamped down on stuff like that. They're expecting a lot of English clubs now are expecting to fans to go there, sit there, behave, and support the team like they're in a church. That's how bad it's getting at some clubs now in England. They're not allowing fans, or they're trying to suppress fans from showing passion, which is an absolute disgrace, if you ask me. But thank you very much for that, Maxime. Sol Goodman is saying, I'm not going to read that, but yeah, thanks for that, Sol. Sorry, I'm not. It's not that I don't want to read your comment, mate. It's just I don't want to give promotion to big TV companies. But thank you very much for that, mate. You guys can just Google it if you want to watch it. Paul McGurk is saying, take him in paradise in a heartbreak. Take him in paradise. Yeah, right. So presume you guys are talking about a transfer of that player you was mentioning before. Hearts on the attack now down the far side of the pitch, and they've got acres of space to run into now. They look to hit Hibs on the counter attack. They're on the edge of the box. Shot comes in, and it's straight at the keeper. And in out, the Hibs keeper now looks to get Hibs on the move on that far side. I'm surprised to see Hibs look building up so slow. You'd expect them to, when they're in a position there like that, to get up the field quickly, but they didn't. And now it's gone. The ball's ended up going behind on the far side for a throw-in. I think midway inside the Hearts half of the field. But yeah, thanks for that, Paul. Obviously, like I say, I presume you guys are talking about players. Sorry, I don't want to get too deep involved in player transfer conversation because it'll probably distract me from keeping you guys up to date as much as possible with what's going on in the game. But thank you very much for that, Paul McGurk. You guys are more than welcome to talk about transfers in the chat if you want to. Just like I say, I don't want to get into the realms of transfer conversation because it's bound to. It's definitely going to distract me from giving you guys updates on the game. A long ball forward for Hibs, but it's a really nice bit of defending there from Hearts, knocking it out on this near side for a corner when there was a potential for a one-on-one there. Hibs take the throw in quickly, and it's resulted in yet again another throw in. And Hibs take the second throw in quickly, and are looking to get across into the box on this near side, but work to do with three Hearts defenders in front of them. Hearts defending in numbers in the so far in this second half, sitting really deep inside their own half of the pitch with every man back. There's not one man up near the halfway line to basically pass to if they get on the break. So Hearts looking to invite pressure, shall we say, in this one as it looks at the minute in the second half, which is a questionable tactic. It can work, but it's also a very dangerous tactic, inviting the pressure, because if you concede late on, then there isn't. It's very difficult to switch from playing that defensive formation to suddenly switching to an attacking formation. The longer you play that style of play. But Hearts seem to be doing it so far. But now they have got men up the other end of the field. And now they're on the edge of the Hibs box. And a really poor effort from Shot. I'm not sure. It looked like a poor effort, but it could have taken, I think it took a deflection. Shot coming in from Shankland. And to be fair to him, I think it did take, it did. I think it did take a deflection. Shankland is a player I've got to know a little bit while I've been watching Scottish football, and he did impress me when he was playing at Dundee United. But since then, he's moved about quite a bit between clubs, hasn't he? So we got a corner on the far side for Hearts. Corner comes in towards the near post. It's cleared away by Hibs, and it's up the field. And now Hibs looking to get on the break. And that's a really nice bit of play there on the far side. But Hearts managing to just to get a toe on it and knock it out for a throw in. But Hibs taking the throw in quickly as they moved the ball into the centre of the pitch, and now pushing up the field. Oh, what a shot! A shot from about 40 yards out there. But the goalkeeper managing to save it. But Hibs there with some serious ambition with that shot from, like I say, from I think it's definitely close to, if he's not 40 yards out, definitely around 35 yards out. Quite far from the goal, like I say, guys. Ball up the field, and Hearts in possession now on this near side, and no, right. So basically, Hearts tried to play the ball forward, and Hibs defender has chested the ball towards the keeper, and the Hearts players trying to claim a back pass of some description, or but for me, I don't think it really was a back pass. It's only touched the top of his chest, and the goalkeeper's getting it. But I suppose it depends to what letter of the law you want to marshal the game. But for me, that wasn't really a back pass. Cross comes in for Hibs on this near side, a cross deep into the box, and it's knocked away. I'm just trying to work out if that went out for a corner or a goal kick. But yeah, cross came in from right furthest near side, and it's ended up going behind. Sorry, guys, just trying to figure out what's going on here. If it's whether it's a goal kick or a corner, I can't figure. It's not. I think we're just about to see a substitution as well, guys. 60 minutes in, still Hibs 0, Hearts 1. Yeah, it's a goal kick. Sorry, guys, it's a goal kick. So Hearts restart the game from their own technical area. Mini Mo is saying Blue Nose is confused. I'm not. What? I'm not sure what you guys. Oh, Hibs with an opportunity there, but defended well by Hearts. I'm sorry, you guys are throwing me off with this Blue Nose thing, but not to worry. Sol Goodman is saying nothing wrong with SPO pitches. May all have hybrid undersoil heating. Well, yeah, fair enough. You're entitled to your opinion, but there is. Well, you're talking about the SPFL, so I'm talking about Scottish Premier League. That's fair enough. But I beg to differ that there is some clubs that still suffer with not having proper pitch facilities, and that is clubs like Dundee, Inverness, clubs like this. Dundee was up in the Premier League last season, I think, in the not Premier League, Premiership, and they don't have undersoil heating. They don't have that. They haven't had that investment into their club. So it might be okay with the clubs that are regularly in the Scottish Premiership. I'll agree with you there, mate. But not all Scottish clubs have got that finance to invest in better pitch infrastructure. And like I say, Dundee is one of those clubs that don't have that infrastructure, because if they did, they wouldn't keep having the games called off all the time. Same with Inverness. They also have similar problems with pitches being refrozen. Now, I know these are two clubs that are not currently in the SPFL, which is the Scottish Premiership, but they are two clubs that are on the fringes of being in the SPFL Premiership. And Dundee was in it. Was it last season or the season before? I'm not sure, but yeah, like I say, mate, you're entitled to your opinion. I respect that, and maybe I haven't learned enough yet to give a fair assessment, but I've definitely seen from the fixture pile up in the lower league, Scottish Championship, League One, League Two, there is a major issue with a lack of investment in pitch infrastructure in Scotland. So it might be okay for 10 clubs that are in the Scottish Premiership that are perfectly fine with good pitch infrastructure. But what about the rest of the Football League? That's my point, mate. That's my point. You're talking 10 clubs in Scotland with decent pitch infrastructure compared to 40, maybe 50 clubs in England with proper pitch infrastructure. At least 50, I would say at least 50 clubs in England have good pitch infrastructure. And when you compare that to Scotland with about 10, maybe 12, there's a massive difference, mate. There's a massive difference. And that is where, for me, the SPFL should be doing more to help those clubs improve their pitch infrastructure. But I don't just say that about Scotland. I also say it about the English Football League as well. I've asked the English fans that come on the channel regular. They will tell you I'm regularly criticising the EFL in England for not doing more to filter money down the leagues to help clubs in the lower leagues improve their pitch infrastructure. So it's nothing. I'm not saying it as just looking at looking down my nose at Scottish football. I'm saying it because I want to see all clubs not have that problem. It doesn't matter which side of the border they're on. All clubs should have the right that they be supported by their relevant football authority to improve the pitch infrastructure. To make sure that they don't have to keep cancelling games. And that is just my opinion, mate. Like I say, I know that you're probably right that in the SPFL, in the SPL, which is the Scottish Premier League, then you are probably right, mate, that maybe the majority of clubs do have decent pitch facilities. But I'm not talking about the SPL. I'm talking about the SPFL, which is the entire football league in Scotland, the whole thing, the whole package, not just a select few of clubs that are privileged enough to afford that infrastructure at the top of the football pyramid in Scotland. I'm talking about equality right across all leagues, the same as I do in English football. So that's the point I was making, mate. But I appreciate you sharing your opinion, mate, and obviously very. You're probably right with regards to the Scottish Premiership, that the majority of clubs do have decent pitch infrastructure, but that is not the case right across Scottish football, if we're honest, mate. But thank you very much for that, so good, man. I appreciate that. And like I say, mate, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm talking about the entire Scottish football pyramid, not just the top league. So yeah, Mini Mo is saying it takes a very brave ref to go against Rangers or Celtic, so it's hard. So it's hardly over. So it hardly ever happens. Well, no, well, well, fair enough, Mini Mo. That's a fair statement. I take that on board. But also, in response to what you're saying, aren't we supposed to expect professionalism from these referees? Don't they call themselves professional referees? So from a professional referee, are we not expecting a professional level of a standard of refereeing? I take on board what you're saying, and you're right. There's some truth to what you say. But do you not think that's the same in England when a referee has got to make a big decision involving some of the big clubs in English football? they get criticised when they make a bad decision because they're influenced by the fans. So it should only be the same in Scotland, mate. I have absolutely no bias. I want to be pretty clear on that. I try to be respectful to all clubs. All I'm saying is, from my point of view, I want to see equality. I want to see fairness. As fans, we want to see our clubs win. Of course, we do. But we want to trust that the referees on the pitch and the officials and the people at the football authorities are neutral. That they're doing what's best for the game, not for an individual club, but what's best for the game. So, yeah, but thank you very much for that, Minimo. It's a fair comment, mate. Like I say, just for me, if the referees cannot deal with the pressure of making decisions in front of the Rangers and Celtic fans, then they shouldn't be referees, because it's not. They're supposed to be professional. The referees in the SPFL, the top of the Scottish football pyramid that manage the games in Scottish Premiership, are supposed to be the best referees in Scotland. And that's why they're called professional referees. They even call themselves professional referees. So if they're going to call themselves professional referees, we should be entitled as fans to expect them to referee a game professionally and not be it too heavily influenced by fans. Yes, we know it happens occasionally. It's part of the game. But we shouldn't be having to tolerate referees that are easily influenced by the majority crowd. That's all I'm saying, mate. We should be able to expect a professional standard of refereeing from referees that call themselves professionals. But thank you very much for that, Minimo. Great comment, to be fair, mate. Minimo is saying Portus needs to get out of Scotland, where he's a marked man. Best of luck to him. Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. Like I said, don't really want to get to talking to you. Oh, sorry, guys. We've just got an opportunity for Hibs there, but it's blocked by Hearts, and Hearts managing to get the ball up the field. But yeah, it's gone back to head tennis again, unfortunately. But yeah, Hearts now moving the ball up the field, and now it's out to this near side. We're in a foot race. Can they get in behind the Hibs defence? But not able to on this occasion, and now it ends up right down the other end of the pitch on this near side with a throw into Hearts. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Minimo. Appreciate you sharing your thoughts on that, mate. And like I say, no offense to your opinion. Might not directly agree with you, but I do respect your opinion, mate. Thank you very much. So Goodman is saying jam tarts is rhyming slang for jambos. For jambo is slang for, jam tarts. Jambo, jambo is slang for jam tarts. Thanks for that, Sol Goodman. I think I did actually explain for any English fans that might be in the chat. We got a bit of a crunching tackle on that far side. Hearts now with a cross into the box, but it's deflected away. And the Hearts coming more and more into the game now in this second half. 71 minutes. And Hearts with a shot, and it's a goal. Shankland breaking into the box, taking on one or two defenders, getting past them, getting into the box, and just a rocket of a shot right into the back of the net. And really nice goal, to be fair, from Shankland. Yeah, it just comes from that far side of the pitch through about two or three Hibs players. And to be fair, I've got to criticise a little bit one or two of the Hibs players. They're caught standing still there, ball watching. One or two Hibs players, defenders, did try to tackle him, but one or two caught standing like statues as well. And Shankland just moseyed on past all of them and just slammed a rocket straight into the back of the net. Really nice goal because the work that he did to create that for himself. So, yeah, that's a nice goal there for Hearts. but the question is, can Hibs find a way back into this? 72 minutes gone, and it's not looking good for the home team at the moment. But this is a cup game, guys, and in a one-off game, anything can happen. So still a good 20 minutes on the clock for this to potentially turn around, and also seeing that some Hibs fans are leaving already. It's not always nice to see, but understand fans' frustration. But yeah, so Goodman, thank you very much for that, mate. I appreciate that. I think I did explain earlier about the Jambos and that fact that that's Hart's nickname. So yeah, thank you very much for that, mate. I appreciate you trying to explain a little more. Paul McGurk is saying, what club? What club? Hearts again into the Hibs box, but Hibs defending, and it's gone behind for a goal kick, and the Hearts fans in full voice behind that Hibernian goal. You can see the Hearts fans getting really passionate, and also taunting the Hibs fans a little bit as well. But yeah, like I say, guys, seeing some passion there from the fans, really getting behind their team now. They're in the lead. Need to hear some more intense volume from the Hibs fans, to be fair. They've got to help their team in what is proving to be quite a difficult game. But disappointing not hear more noise coming from the home fans. But maybe that second goal has just took the wind out of the sails for Hibs fans. A bit of a obviously some fans can sometimes take the kill the atmosphere a little bit, can it, when you have a quality goal like that. Hibs currently in possession with their goalkeeper at the back. A long ball forward up the pitch, and it's gone out on the far side for a throw-in. Paul McGurk, what club? Sorry, mate, you've lost me there. What you're referring to? I'm presuming he's having a bit of friendly banter there. Paul McGurk, no, it's worse. Oh, we've got Hibs now breaking into the box. Cross comes in and it's blocked by Hearts, and it goes out for a corner on that far side to Hibs. Sorry about that, Paul. What's worse, mate? What's worse? I'm sorry. I'm struggling to keep up with the chat a little bit here because the game is quite intense. Corner comes in. Right into the mix of the players. We've got about 4 or 5 players down in the box there. Now we've got the referee stopping the game for whatever happened in the box. I didn't actually see it when the corner came in. The corner came in, and by the time you seen the corner coming into the mix of players, there was about 4 or 5 players from both teams on the ground. Yeah, you just see it on the replay. They're grabbing each other's shirts, and as the ball's coming in, and like I say, about 3 or 4 of the players ended up on the deck in the Hearts goal mouth area, and one of the Hearts players receiving treatment at the minute. Not sure if that's genuine or whether he's playing for time, but currently receiving treatment. So that's a great opportunity for me to come back to the chat, see what you guys are saying. Thanks for that, Paul. Apologies if I'm not following what you mean in there, mate. Peter McCulloch. McCool. I'm not. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly there, mate. Peter is saying VAR killed Greenock Morton. Enthusiasm. Yeah, well, I missed the game yesterday, to be fair, mate. You guys, was it yesterday you played? I think you played Celtic. Um, Always going to be a tough ask for you guys against Celtic. So, yeah, like I say, mate, I didn't see the game. I was busy streaming other games and doing other things, I think, at the time. I think, was that a dinner time kickoff as well? I can't remember. I think it was dinner time kickoff, won it yesterday. So, yeah, I think I was actually still at work then because I didn't get home. I wanted to do a dinner time kickoff yesterday, but I was still at work, so I didn't manage to get home in time to do anything like that. But did eventually do get home enough time for the 3 o'clock kickoffs. So yeah, but yeah, mate. Like I said, I didn't actually see that game. Let me just. Sorry, I'm just looking to change the screen. Is that the one? No, that's not the one we want. What was the one we want? That don't work. I'll stick with that one. Sorry, I was just there's normally another screen option. I think I'm thinking of the other platform, but not to worry. But yeah, Peter Kulak, thank you very much for that, mate. Appreciate coming getting involved, and welcome to Fanden UK. Great to have you with us, mate. Like I say, apologies. Like I say, I haven't seen the game from yesterday. I'm sure I remember it was a dinner time kickoff that game. But like I say, I was at work at that time, and when I saw the fixture, I was gutted for you guys. To be fair, I thought it was always going to be a tough ask against Celtic. And the last thing you need when you're taking on Celtic or Rangers for a club like Greenock Morton, is the referee or VAR working against you. So yeah, if that is the case, mate, believe me, you do have my sympathy because I want to see fairness in all football, not just Scotland, but in England as well. Equality. I want to see professionalism from referees, not showing bias, and football associations doing what is right for football and not what is right for big corporate companies. And that is part of the reason we're building Fanden, guys, to help fans come together for fans that care about the future of the game. So if you like the sound of that, please do consider subscribing. Don't forget, guys, also hit that like button and drop your comments in. It'd be great to hear from you. 80 minutes on the clock now, guys. Hibs in possession on that far side as the game has now restarted. And it's gone out now as Hibs run the ball down that far side. It's gone out for a throw-in close to the Hearts box. And now we've got another substitution for Hearts. Sol Goodman is saying used in SPL 100. Are you talking about VAR there, mate? I'm presuming maybe you're talking about VAR there. But yeah, as far as I know, I don't know exactly. Sorry, guys, I don't know exactly which competitions VAR is being used. I know it has been introduced into Scottish football this season, but I was under the understanding that it's mainly being used in the Scottish Premiership at the moment. So I'm not very much aware whether it's being used in the lower leagues. I don't think it's being used yet, and also it's also not being used. I don't know if it's being used in the cup competitions. Maybe you guys could let me know if it is. But thank you very much for that, Sol Goodman. Mini Mo is saying, Gaz, you missed my comment. The SPFL are useless. That contract is poor. Sorry, mate. Just a second. Just refresh. This thing is really annoying. Keep going off. Hibs currently in possession, midway inside the Hearts half of the field, but not able to do an awful lot with it at the minute. With Hearts having numbers behind the ball. Sorry, Mini Mo is saying, yeah. Well, apologies, mate, if I missed your comment. I didn't do it intentionally. I do try to read out as many comments as possible, but Occasionally, I do miss one, so apologies. I haven't done it intentionally, mate. But Minimo's saying the SPFL are useless. The contract is poor. What contract are you talking about, mate? If you could explain. Um, but yeah, but I say, mate, I've got to agree. If you're talking about the bosses at the SPFL, I've got to agree with you, mate. They're an absolute disgrace. They really are. The way they manage, and like I say, as I mentioned before, I became aware last year that some of the board members on the SPFL represent Rangers and Celtic, and if that is the case, that is just wrong. We shouldn't have board members involved in a football association that are also representing an individual club in the football structure, because then that's a recipe for bias. It really is. So yeah. But thank you very much for that, Mini More, and apologies that I missed your message. If I did earlier, I didn't do it intentionally, like I said. But yeah, thanks for that. But if you could just explain what you mean by contract, that contract. I'm not understanding that part of your message, mate. But thank you for that, Mini Mo. Appreciated, mate. Hearts goalkeeper with a long ball up the field, and it's intercepted on the halfway line. Hearts with the ball forward. And now Hearts move the ball out to this near side on the edge of the Hibs goal area. And an attempted cross, but a challenge from Hibs defender, and it's gone out behind. I think it's gone out for a corner or a throw-in. I'm not sure. I didn't see which side of the corner flag that went past then. So yeah, just bear with me a second there, guys. 84 minutes gone, guys. Still 2-0 to Hearts. See if we can catch up with some of these comments, guys. Because I will be jumping off right at the end of this game because we've got another stream coming at 4:30 for the game in London, Arsenal v Man United. So that is our next stream coming at 4:30. Hopefully, you guys will join us for that if you're not too busy. John Scott is saying, "Come on, Hibs." GGTH. Sorry, mate, I'm not understanding what the initials are meaning. But thank you very much, John Scott. Great to see you in the chat, mate. Welcome to Football Fan Den. And I'm sorry to say, mate, but unfortunately, Hibs 2-0 down at the moment, which is obviously disappointing for you guys that are Hibernian fans. But as we know, this is always an intense fixture whenever it's played. We just got another stoppage for another Hearts player being changed. Alan Forrest coming on, I think it is. So yeah, but thank you, John Scott. Welcome to Fanden. As I say, mate, great to have you with us. And unfortunately, like I say, mate, unfortunately, looks like your team could be going out the cup at the minute with only 5 minutes left on the clock and being 2-0 down. But it's not impossible to turn it round. But it is a mammoth task now with only 5 minutes or so left on the clock plus added on time. So Goodman is saying, "Are you from Warrington?" Am I from Warrington? I'm not sure if you're asking me that. I'm not from Warrington, mate. No, I'm not. No, mate. I'm not sure. Who was it that mentioned Warrington before? Somebody mentioned Warrington, but no, no. One of the guys in the chat mentioned Warrington Football Club before. So I was just replying to that comment. But no, sorry, guys, just to break off Hearts now. Breaking into the box and a shot comes in. The goalkeeper manages to save it, but it's deflected away, and Hearts trying to get a second attempt on goal. Hibs in possession, but we've now ended up with a player on the deck. Yeah, it's got a sorry, we've got a Hibs player on the floor inside the goal area. I'm not sure what he's done. Maybe pulled a muscle or something, trying to chase down the attacking Hearts player and close the space. But yeah, we just got a stoppage at the minute for a potential injury. Um, Yeah, it looks like he's going to be all right. He's back to his feet, guys. If you just join us, guys, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. We haven't got long with this stream because, like I say, we've got another game coming straight after it. So I will try and quickly crack through some of these messages now. John Scott is saying, what's the score? It's currently 2-0, mate. 2-0 to Hearts. Mini Mo is saying SPL is the most supported league in Europe. Fact, we fans deserve better. Well, I absolutely agree that you guys deserve better. I'm not agreeing with the most supportive league in Europe because I think that's disrespectful to every other league across Europe. And I'm not going to get into that one, mate. But yeah, absolutely. You are bang on there, mate, with the fact that fans deserve better. I totally agree with that. But what I will say is the Scottish fans are very passionate. In the time that I've been learning about Scottish football, the Scottish fans are very passionate. They love the football. A lot of the Scottish fans I've spoke to very knowledgeable about football. So hopefully that is a good enough compliment for you guys that are Scottish fans. But yeah, I would not make comparisons with other leagues because for me, I think that's just completely unnecessary debate. And plus, I wouldn't disrespect other leagues and other fans like that personally. But you guys are entitled to your opinion. And obviously, you are going to think well of your own league. But you also have to take into account that if you are a fan of Scottish football or you're a fan of English football or German football, it doesn't matter. Whichever league your club is in, you're going to have a little bit of bias. So, you know, me, obviously, I am a little bit biased when it's my own club playing. But when it comes to talking about leagues and stuff like that, I'm not biased. I believe in being respectful to every club and every league. Because at the end of the day, we all love football. So why can you not be just respectful and accept that you're just part of what is a fantastic league and structure? There's an attempt here from Hibs in the box with a potential shot, but it was cleared by Hearts. And then Hibs regained possession on the edge of the box and a bit of a wild shot, and it's gone high and wide, and it's out for a goal kick. But yeah, like I say, thanks for that, Mini Mo. Appreciate that. I respect your opinion. I don't agree with all of it. I totally agree with your final part of the comment, mate, with fans deserve better. Absolutely. But like I say, it wouldn't be right for me to be having the same opinion as that with not respecting other leagues. Saul Goodman is saying Blue Rose Joker. Sorry, is that Blue Nose Joker? Right. Well, I'm not sure what that. Sorry, mate. I'm obviously talking to one of the other guys in the chat. That's fair enough, but I'm not sure what the comment is. So Goodman is saying, "Our Hearts playing in blue." No, Hearts are playing in their traditional home kit at the minute, and they've just had a man sent off. Lawrence Shankland has been sent off for Hearts, guys. Sorry, I didn't. I was trying to get through some of the comments before we get to the end of the stream. I didn't quite see what happened there. I'm just hopefully going to see the replay. Oh, he's been given. I think he's been given a red card for a high foot. The ball was bouncing and bobbling around. Hibs player didn't quite have it under the control. Shankland has run towards the Hibs player, tried to close the space, put his foot up high, trying to challenge for the ball, and that has resulted in him getting a red card and being sent off. 90 minutes gone, guys. 8 minutes added on time. and we're 1 minute into that added on time. Hearts down to 10 men, so it's going to be a bit of a backs to the wall job, I think, for this last 6 or 7 minutes. But yeah, interesting the way it's turned out there with Shankland getting sent off, and he wasn't happy about it either. But that's totally understandable. So Goodman. Yeah, sorry, mate. So yeah, Hearts are in their traditional home kit, the maroon kit, all maroon home kit. If I'm right, I'm sure that is the home kit. Although you guys might know better, I'm not sure. I've seen Hearts. I'm sure they play in all maroon, don't they, at home? But I'm sure I've also seen Hearts playing in the maroon shirt with white shorts, I think, in the past. But don't quote me on that. I might be getting confused. But I'm sure you guys that support Hearts will correct me if I'm wrong. Hibs with a corner, and it's swung in. It's cleared. But now Hibs pick it up again on the edge of the box, looking to probe, and a cross comes in. It's headed away by Hearts, and Hibs managing to keep possession under pressure with a ball across the goal mouth. And now it's out on this far side, and another shot comes in, right off the post. And that was a really good effort there from the far side, right across the face of goal, bounced off the post, ricocheted back out. Two players have gone for the ball, and now we have the ball going behind I'm not sure it's gone behind for a corner or a goal kick. It happened that fast, to be fair. Yeah, it's a corner to Hibs. Hibs with the corner, swung in. It's deep, headed away by the Hearts defenders. And another cross comes back in, and it's straight to the goalkeeper, who takes the sting out of it. And now Hearts will look to try and keep some possession to try and take the sting out of Hibs' attack. But yeah, that was quite an intense couple of minutes there on the goal of Hearts, but they did the job keeping Hibs out, and they've been doing it all game, to be fair. Hibs looking very frustrated, trying to break down that defence from Hearts. But yeah, so yeah, thanks for that, mate. Sol, thank you very much, mate. Sol Goodman, football YouTuber, is saying, come on, Hibs. Welcome to the Fandom. Welcome to Fandom Football YouTuber. Great to see you, mate. And I take it you are a Hibs fan. Unfortunately, mate, Hibs losing at the moment. Maybe I'm a bit behind with the comments here. But thank you very much for that, football YouTuber. And like I say, welcome to Fandom. Football YouTuber also saying Hearts are winning. Yeah, they are, mate. 2-0 at the minute. 94 minutes gone. 8 minutes added on time. So yeah. Robert really is saying, Mon, the Jambos need another one, and it's over. Well, I think it's almost over now, mate. You guys 2-0 up. And 95 minutes gone now. Only 3 minutes of the added on time to play. Hibs obviously huffing and puffing, trying to find a goal to get them back in it. And now we've got Hearts on down the field. They got in behind, and there you go, guys. Hearts have scored a third, breaking on Hibs as Hibs tried to apply the pressure. Hearts hitting Hibs on the counter attack right up the other end of the field, getting in behind the Hibs defence, and only the keeper to beat for the Hearts player, and he slotted it beautifully right past the goalkeeper and into the far corner of the net, and and that will see Hearts progress into the next round of the Scottish Cup. Hibs 0, Hearts 3. Disappointment for Hibs fans today, but to be fair, I think the Hearts I've just done a bit of a job on Hibs today. They come with a game plan. They've executed it really well, and Hibs, in fairness, and like I say, I'm no bias, guys. I am completely neutral in this game. But Hibs have just not had the answers to the Jambos game plan, and that's the reality of the game today. Sorry to break off there. Robert Raleigh, welcome to Fandom. Great to have you with us, mate. And Robert, Robert is saying, "Come on, the Jambos, need another one," and you got it, mate. You got it. You got another one. I didn't think you were going to have enough time in the game, but yep, the Hearts have scored a third. Paul McGurk is saying, "Shankland Hyperdome." Well, he did score a goal, but he's been sent off, mate. But obviously Shankland. On his day, when he's in the mood, he can be a very dangerous striker, mate. But yeah, obviously, if you've had him on your team, you think well of him. But if he's not on your team, then obviously he's not also always so well thought of. But thank you very much for that, Paul McGurk. Apologies, like I said, I'm not getting your name pronounced correctly, mate. Paul's also saying Kevin Nesbitt will score directly. Take it to pens. Well, no, it's a bit too late for pens, mate. We're literally in the dying stages of the game, and it's Hibs 0, Hearts 3. But like I said, I might be a bit behind with the comments here. Mini Mo is saying, "Mon the Hibs." Thanks for that, Mini Mo. Appreciate that, mate. Robert Raleigh is saying, "Is Nesbitt more thinking about score? Thinking about leaving than scoring? Come on, Hearts." Well, that's a good question, mate. Although I won't comment on that. I'll leave that for you guys to debate. Paul McGinnick with obviously emojis. Thanks for that, mate. He's buzzing probably with the Hearts winning. Mini Mo is saying Haaland another hat trick. Whoa. All right, Mini Mo. Obviously watching the Premier League game. I'm sorry, guys. There's a lot of messages here. I didn't realise I were this far behind. So I am going to skip past. Actually, well, I am going to skip past some of these guys. Sorry. I think because I'm not going to get through all these because I need to jump off at the end of the game. We're just seeing a Hibs player is going off on a stretcher, so that's not good. Let's hope he makes a speedy recovery. Thanks for that, Robert. Appreciate keeping us up to date there, mate. Sorry, I'm just going to try and quickly rattle through some of these messages now, guys, because like I said, as soon as the full-time whistle goes, I will be jumping off to get on with the Arsenal v United game. Robert saying 1-0 Hearts, John Scott. Like I said, well, I'm going to try and catch up with some of these comments. Where was I? It keeps... Mini Mo is saying... Come on. Mini Mo is saying Nesbitt had been turned again by Celtic. Chat, what we thinking? Yeah, like I say, mate, that's really disappointing to hear what's going on with Nesbitt. But like I say, it's part of the game. There goes the full-time whistle, guys. So Hearts have done it. Good win for them. And they march on in the Scottish Cup. So yeah, if you just joined us, guys, it has finished. Hibs 0, Hearts 3. I'm just going to read through one or two of these messages, and then I'm going to call it a day, guys, because I need to get ready for the next stream. Robert Riley is saying, "Agree," and I'm in the Jambos. Agree, and I'm Jumbo. He's a way to replace that. I'm not even sure what that word is meant to be there, mate, but I'll give that a bypass just in case it's offensive. If that's even spelt the right, laugh out loud. Well, yeah, like I say, obviously, mate, guys, seriously, I do sympathise with you, with the rest of the Scottish League and the fact that Rangers and Celtic just come and pick off your best players in January. It really is so unfair, and it's not right, just simply because they have a better financial structure, and it's just not right. But unfortunately, that is the way it is at the moment in Scottish football. Sol Goodman is saying Dundee have got under soil heating. Dundee have? That's news to me, mate. I speak to lots of Dundee fans on social media, and they're always notifying about frozen pitches. So how is it that they're known as as a club that I think a lot of the Scottish fan community that I've spoke to on social media are known. Dundee is known for having frozen pitches. So if they've got undersoil heating, mate, that is news to me. But like I say, if I'm wrong, I stand corrected. Fair point. But that is very new to me, mate. I have seen so many fans on social media complaining about Dundee and their frozen pitches on a regular basis. So I'm not sure if that is correct, mate. Maybe you need to do some research, or I'll do some research and find out if you're wrong, if you're correct, or if I'm correct, or what vice versa. But if I'm wrong, I will happily admit it, mate. I will happily admit it. But like I say, that's news to me. I was under the impression that Dundee do not have. I'm not talking about Dundee United. I'm talking about Dundee. Dundee do not have undersoil heating that I'm aware of. But if I'm wrong, I will happily open. I'm man enough to admit it, mate. I will admit it. Mini Mo is saying it's Mo like the cow nose noise. Right, sorry, Mini Mo. I'm not sure what you're going on with about there, mate, but I haven't got really time to figure that one out. Robert is laughing faces. So Goodman, they never turn it on for Inverness game as it costs too much. Right. Well, that's fair enough. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I've seen a lot of fans on social media complaining about frozen pitches with Inverness and Dundee and some other clubs that I just can't think of off the top of my head at the minute. But yeah, if you guys think I'm wrong, I will certainly do the research and check if I'm wrong, and I will happily come on the channel and admit if I'm wrong. But like I say, I'm only going off what I hear you guys talking about on social media, and a lot of fans regularly complaining about frozen pitches, particularly with Dundee. Robert is saying need bigger investment into Scottish League compared to England. We get crumbs off the table. Mate, honest, absolutely well said, mate. I could not have said it any better. I totally agree with you there, mate. The imbalance in finance between England and Scotland is just shocking, and it's not acceptable as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, thanks for that, mate. Mini Mo is saying Gary Lineker salary is bigger than our deal. Oh, that's it. That's a interesting statement, mate. But yeah, thanks for that. Paul McGurk is saying, come on, the Albion Rovers. Fair enough, mate. Right, guys, I'm going to have to draw a line under it there because, like I say, I've got to jump off and get ready for the next game, which is coming. So I'm just going to quickly, I'm just going to pick some messages randomly here and then jump off. Keep the faith. Welcome to Fan Day, mate. Great to have you with us. Come on there, Hibs, from Dublin, Ireland, from a Celtic FC fan, Ireland. Thanks for that, mate. Welcome to Fan Day. Great to have you with us. And yeah, unfortunately, Hibs didn't manage to get it over the line today, but it was a good game. But unfortunately, Hearts, from a Hibs point of view, Hearts did a bit of a job on them. Mini Mo is saying a ripping it's up and start. Rip it up and start again. Being a Hibs fan is what's that? Exhausting. Right. Sorry, mate. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Yeah, I think you guys have been on the wrong end of a few results, haven't you, with Hearts? Joey is saying, gonna jump off for a while, Gaz. Are you doing the United game? If you are, I will pop in. Yes, mate, I will. I'm going to jump off in any second now to go and do the United game. Robert is saying, good Shankland again against 2-0. Glad it's over now. Next round, here we come. Yep, fair enough, mate. Will Burtham, welcome to the show, mate. Great to have you with us. Will saying, come on, Hearts. Thanks, Will. Appreciate that, mate. And like I said, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up now. Spirit Airlines is saying, I'm on the Jambos. Welcome to Fanden, Spirit Airlines. Great to have you with us, mate. And that's it, guys. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to jump off because I need to get ready for the next stream. which is coming in. I'm not sure, but I know the clock's ticking. But thank you very much for everybody that's come and got involved today. It's been great to do this. Finally, get around to doing the Edinburgh Derby, and I've absolutely loved talking to you. Some of you guys that are Scottish fans. It's great to know that your views and opinions. And I will, guys. I will look into it. Some of the things you've said, particularly about the frozen pitches, and I'll check whether you guys are right, and I'm the one that's got the misunderstanding. But thank you very much. Like I say, guys, really appreciate all the positive comments today. It's been a great show. And like I say, if you're not busy, hopefully you can come and join me on the next stream. If not, look after yourselves, stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Bye for now.